Good day. Yeah. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to use Beamax. Beamax is a software that is used primarily to design beams. So probably you have a simply supported beam, a continuous beam, or a cantilever that you quickly want to design, so you can get the moment and the shear force diagram. Then you cannot use a spreadsheet to now design the reinforcement details for it. You can use Beamax for that. Beamax for that. So we use it primarily to design beam. So let me show you guys how to use it. So I don't want to, as in I don't want to use it for something simple. As in I want to use it for something complex, something that has two different this thing UDLs. So some people say they don't really know how to use Beamax for um an example that has different UDLs, maybe two or three different UDLs. That's why I'm doing this video to try and explain it to you guys on how to use the software Beamax. So I need you to pay very close attention to me as I'll be taking you through the processes. Now, let me show you the example that I'll be using. Let me show you the example that I'll be using for the design. Now, let's let's use this example in this textbook. Okay, so let's use this example. Okay, so let's use this example. You can see, right? So you see that we have two different UDLs. So some people say they don't know how to use it to analyze. It's an analysis software, it's not a design software. Okay, so let's analyze this now. So let's model this now on Bmax. Then from there we'll now proceed to check the bending moment and the shear force diagram, or the bending moment diagram primarily. Now I need you to pay close attention. Now, the first thing we need to do is that we need to get the sum total of the beam. I know it's a continuous beam, but what is the sum total? So you have 4.2, 4.5, 4.5, 4.2. So let's add this. So we go to calculator. So we have 4.2 plus 4.5 plus 4.5 then plus 4.2. So we have a total of what? 17.4 meters, right? So now let's go to Bmax now. Now let's go to Beamax. Okay, I have it opened already. I have it opened already. So the first thing we need to do is to go to a new project. So we say 17.4 meters, right? That is the sum total of the continuous beam. So we click on OK, right? So what I advise people to do if you're using Beamax is to get support at the start and at the end. So let's put the support at the start, and let's also put it at the end, which is what 17.4, 17.4, 17.4. So we have this, right? Okay, very good. So the next thing we need to do now is for us to start putting the support, right? So now um let's come to the textbook. So we have, so the first support is at what? 4.2, right? So let's go to 4.2. So let's click this. So we'll click on what? 4.2. Then we click on, right? The next support now is at what? The next support is at what? You have 4.5, right? So for you to now get what the next support is, it will now be 4.2 plus 4.5 will now give you the distance from A to C, which is what? 8.7, right? So you click on this now, then you have what? You have 8.7. Then you click on OK, right? Then the next thing we need to do now is to go and check the last support. So the last support is what? I think it's A to D, right? Okay, yeah, A to D. So you have 4.2, 4.5, 4.5. So let's bring out a calculator. And let's calculate. So you have what? 4.2 plus 4.5 plus 4.5. We have what? 13.2. Okay. So let's bring it in. Let's click on this. Then you have what? 13.2. Then we'll click on what? Okay. So we have all our support in place. And the next thing we need to do now is that we need to now model the this the UDL now. Now the first UDL we have, now let's check. The first UDL we have is from what? First UDL we have is from what? From 0 to 4.2, right? So starting from 0 then to 4.21 is what? 57. Now this is where I need you to pay very very close attention. So let's click on this now. So you see that the load position is what? Remember that what it is from 0 to 4.2. So the load position is what? 0. That means where the load is starting from. And the load length, that is the overall length of the road of the load, is what? Is what? Let me go back and show you. 4.2, right? So you have 4.2. You have 4.2. Then the load value, the number is 57. Then you click on OK. Yeah. So this is what we have now, right? So the next thing we need to do now is what? Now let's go back to the textbook now. The textbook now, the load position now, the load position now is from what? Is where? Is now at 4.2. You get it? Starting at 4.2. So you come here, then you click on this, you click on this, then you put it at what? 4.2. Are we there? Now remember that the load length is what? 4.5. I'll show you guys, and the load value is what? 14.6. So let me show you guys what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So the load length is what? 4.5, right? The load value is what? 4.6, right? So this is what you have. Then you click on this. You see that it's actually coming out fine now. Now the next thing we need to do now is to click on this now, right? So the load position now, the load position is what? So let's come here now. Let's come to this place now. So now the load position is now going to be what? From A to C, which is what? 8.7. That is the load position from A to C, because it's actually starting from C. So what is the total distance from the starting point to where C is what? 8.7. So you click on what? So you type what? 8.7, right? Now the load length is what? 57. The load value, so let's just look at the span value there. The load value is actually the span value, which is what? 4.5. So you click on what? 4.5. Click on 4.5, then you click on what? Okay, okay. Seems to be okay. Let's do it again. Now the load position is what? 8.7, right? The load value is what? 57, and the load length is what? 4.5. Then let's click on OK. Okay, it has come up. It has come up. Now the last one now. Now let's go to the last span. The last span. Now last span. Now the load position now is starting from D. So what is the total length from A to D is what? 13.2, which we measured the other time. So let's come here. Let's come here. So let's 13.2, right? That's what load length is what? 4.2. Let's check. Let's check. Like I said, the load length is the span length, and the load value is what? 14.6. 14.6. Then we'll click on OK. Now, very good. So we are through with the model now. So let's now check what we have for our bending moment. Now let me try and zoom in. Okay, I believe you can see. So you can see that we have a span moment of 95.07. Let's check here. Span moment here, okay. Then they have 93 is very close. Then we have a support moment of 65. Then we have 23. We have is an hugging moment of 65, 23, 55. Let's check what we have here. Let's check what we have here. 65, 23, 65.47, 23.421, 55.280. Okay, that is exactly what we also have in the software. Also 65.5, 23.5, then 45.28. Then we have a span moment here of 78.89. So let's check. We have 78.74, still the same thing. I believe it's approximation issue. Then we have an ugly moment of 75.87. Let's check the textbook. Yes, 75.77799 approximation issue. Then we have a moment of 5.707. Let's check. So we have 5.43. So you can see that the Beamax is a very good software. So we have practically the same thing as what we have in the textbook. So thank you so very much for your time. See you in the next class. Thank you.